Yep. Picked the wrong time to do that. Yo, random pop up. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I've been looking for this thing. I don't know why I need this here. This little, it's stupid. I don't know. I'm dumb. Oh, but I can't do it now anyway. Doesn't matter. It's already linked. Can't do nothing with it. Not a daggum thing. All right, so this is just because I felt like streaming. This is not, and I had to give it a title. That's it. There's nothing special about it. Let me go. Not that there ever is. Let me go. Hey, can you tell I have low self-esteem? Let me check. I don't have low self-esteem. Let me check. Over here right fast. All right, cool. We straight. We are straight. And keep that up. I still have to figure out, because of the Linux system, I need to figure out how to get this is always going to be a problem, how to get the chat up on screen, but I can still see what you guys are saying, so we're good. Let's get started on whatever this is. There's some weekly stuff I still haven't done, despite the fact that it's like Friday. So I'm gonna try to get to some of that stuff. Is the Eisen gone? Oh no, Eisen's gone. True Blade, that meaningless event. Let's see. Where am I looking at? We'll go ahead and do the daily stuff first, because I barely touched the daily things today. As in, I didn't touch them at all. Still farming for Creepy Dude's stamps. No idea what stamps I need for him, but it doesn't matter that much because I don't have them. I'm trying to think if I want to do, because I'm doing more focused on him, I'm tempted to switch this team up. Let's take Eisen off just because we know what he does. It's there. We're gonna put Kitsuke in. We will remove you. I want to put my Yuri, but Ulquiorra doesn't put down any debuffs. I mean, that poison helps, I guess. We'll do that, and then we're gonna run this just so it's different. This feels bad. Oh well, it's just one of those things, so it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, so today I wanted to try to put Ulquiorra in a couple of locations without Eisen. The problem with Eisen is my Eisen is so strong, nobody can get like a clear indication of what Ulquiorra is, including myself. So I'm gonna try to run him today in some scenarios where you can just check out his damage, see what he's doing. The problem is that the content, I mean, I guess Trial Tower would work, but the content itself isn't exactly the strongest for testing characters that are like level 100 and. So, because you can pretty much like waltz through it. So what are you gonna do? Hey, what's up, Spike? How you doing? Good afternoon. Yeah, close to evening. Doing a rando stream. Trying to be more productive in the mornings. So I had my productive morning, did my gym work. Come to find out, I go to, let's see what this looks like. So I go to my gym, and usually what I do, I run my 20, 30 minutes, mildly, basketball drills. He was only on the field for 11 seconds, that sucks. And then I do the weightlifting part of it for like 20 minutes and then head home. What I didn't realize is that my gym, like one of the branches of my gym, the weightlifting part is shut down. So gotta go do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be an off day, but I guess not. Thrust, nay. I don't know that his, oh wait, we can, if we delete it here, no, we just save it for later. Boo. Save it for later. All right. Nope. These are like the most dumpster fire stamps. Give you nothing here. It's a waste of farming. Like, just a waste of time. Might be part of the reason why I'm not so big into like doing this. I'm only doing this for like that weekly claim on the battle pass. Because here, like, the chances are so craptastic that you don't get anything. These allow you to like craft them. So you can at least get the right piece. You'll probably get the wrong stats, but the right piece. So yeah. Anyway, next, I have not done any of this stuff, but we'll run through this real fast. We got to use strike. Let's go. Okay. So we'll clear this. Then the goal is, after we clear these 4, I'm going to use these corridor stamps to get to try to get another core stamp for Ulquiorra. And then I'm going to try to take Ulquiorra, like, depending on what other stuff I can add to him. I'm going to try to take him into like a trial tower or something without Eisen, just to see if we can get like something decent going with him. But Eisen is just too damn strong, and it doesn't give anybody a clear view of what Ulquiorra can do. So, and actually, I don't know if I should. Where my headphones at? My Spotify's not here. Keep it pushing. Like, I mean, I get it, but man, being at this level means gets to do nada. Okay. Oh, you want to know also something that's really, really bad that I'm doing? I'm drinking coffee right now. Let me tell you why you shouldn't drink coffee at 5 o'clock in the evening. I think you guys already know that. And I don't do decaf, so decaf coffee. Every comparison that just came to my head about what every like metaphor I could make is basically inappropriate. Yeah, it's basically inappropriate. I can't think of one like not appropriate. There's something. It's the same thing that you would say about going to McDonald's for a salad. Like, it's, how do I put it? I don't know. The best thing I can say is like engaging in a certain type of, engaging in the oldest profession known to man and asking for a hug. That's what I think. That's the like cleanest way I can put it. And that ain't that clean. All right. So we'll get the rest of these stamps. Stamp corridor keys. Going to stamp corridor. Come on. Chop, 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 chop. They did do, and I did appreciate this for the Frenzy Feast or whatever they call it. They gave you the speed duel option, which is great. So now I can just skip through like the first 3 levels. I wish they would do it for like all 5, because at a certain level, you're just waiting for the fight to be over. That's all it is. You're just waiting for it to be done. So, like this right here, the only reason it takes as long as it takes is because of the animations. It's not like we can't just scoot through this fast. I can never get coffee. It smells great, but always had an aftertaste I didn't like, but it never had an effect on me. That might mean you're neurodivergent, because it doesn't have the same effect on me that it does for other people. 1. 2, the smell is amazing, especially if you get like good cup of coffee like smell. I get it. 3, the aftertaste or the flavor of, it's how they say, there's that thing where people are like, oh, it's an acquired taste. That just means it tastes bad. That just means it tastes bad. Coffee isn't the like greatest taste in the world. It's not. I love it. I love my coffee. It's not the best taste in the world. You know what? It isn't an acquired taste. Chocolate ice cream. You know why? Because it tastes good. That's not an acquired taste. You know what's not an acquired taste? Apples, strawberries. Like, those aren't acquired taste because they're delicious. Beer, acquired taste, because it's gross. It is gross. Okay? It's gross. So, yeah. It's an acquired taste. AKA, it tastes bad. Just keep doing it till you like it. That's all it is. That's all it is. So you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Well, I can cook, but it'd be funny as hell to have somebody who couldn't cook and they're cooking at your place, and you're like, oh, this is gross. It's like, oh, no. My cooking is an acquired taste. Like, bro, if you don't, you burn the meat on the outside and it's still frozen on the inside. What the hell you mean acquired taste? What are we acquiring here? Salmonella? How did you? I'm acquiring Ebola. Like, what's acquired here? It tastes bad. Let's see. Going over her. I guess we'll run stamp quarter. I thought I had more stamp keys in that. Stamp quarter keys in that. I really did. Damn. I thought I had more than that. All right, is what it is. What's up, Ryu? It has been quite a while. I am good. I have to admit, streaming inconsistently, but also like doing the 7 Deadly Sins stuff is as I enjoy it, but man, it's so damn repetitive. Again, it's so repetitive at this point. Like, it's just, I look at my PlayStation now and I'm like, I have to do this. And that's not how you should feel about a video game. Okay, so we're going to use Ulquiorra now. You know what? Let's use both of them. Why not? I mean, it's not like we're not going to get past this level. Deploy. So we just do full assault. What's up? Everybody. Or actually, we'll do Kitsuke as the support for them. Oh, no, we can't use strike and we can't use slash. So we will do Toshihiro or Momo. We'll just do that. Why? What's wrong with it? What am I thinking so hard for? Okay. I used to have caramel frappuccino from time to time, but that's just because I have a wicked sweet tooth and love ice. Yeah, caramel is not an acquired taste. It tastes good. I'm not. This is me agreeing with you 100% about your takes. Like, so I hope you don't think of me taking this the wrong way. Caramel tastes good, dog. And maybe like the like with coffee, sometimes what I'll do is like I'll have a sweet, and then the coffee kind of I call it cutting the sweet, like where the coffee cuts the sweetness, because I don't like overly sweet stuff. So the coffee kind of cuts the sweetness of like really sweet things, and I like that. So that is cool. But yeah, caramel frappuccino. Children drink caramel frappuccinos. You know why? Because it's sweet and it's got whipped cream and it's delicious. Because it's caramel. It's not an acquired taste. It's very easy to acquire that taste. It is caramel, delicious. Talking about cooking, I might have been cooked so hard. Sadly, I fell to the temptation of a B1 Ulquiorra, and man, this thing right here is getting in the way. And now I've left broken ASF just when TYBW, the 1,000 Years Blood War, is about to start. Well, first of all, if you had listened to what I've been telling y'all, do not dupe full assault or support characters. You only dupe tactics, period. They're the most important characters on your squad. And if you're going to dupe anything, dupe those. Duping Ulquiorra, no, that doesn't make sense to me. Because Aizen's going to be the strongest one on that team anyway. And he's going to get power crept like in the first place. So I wouldn't do that. I get what you're saying. I'm just sharing my limited. No, we're cool. I get you. I feel you. Albeit, there was one kind of iced coffee that I did like, but whenever I did work at Starbucks for a little bit when I was studying for my first master's degree and didn't have, y'all don't need the whole life story. I did work at Starbucks for a little bit. And I kept trying to make iced coffee work for me, and I couldn't. I don't know why. Sometimes it tastes good, but I just always found myself wanting a regular coffee. And so, I had access to frappuccinos and all that stuff, and it was like, don't you get them all the time? Not really. The more I worked there, the smells were like great, but the more I worked there, the less I wanted like any of that like sugary stuff. So anyway, although I will say they did have the best soy milk. I preferred their soy milk in my coffees to any of the others. I wonder if it is what it is. I kind of want to put the sound on for this thing. That way I can get that Pennywise song out of my head. It's a good song, but I feel like every time I hum it, it's just me signing over more evidence as to why I'm going to hell. Could have did it just then. Not paying attention. This thing is not working. Let's do it this way real fast. So, a second ult and a Lance spam passive were so tempting. Plus, it wasn't. It was Ulquiorra. Okay. To be fair, if it's like your favorite character, I get that. Ignore all the like efficiency rules. If it's your favorite character, do what you got to do. But like, and I get the temptation of it. I feel as though with tactical characters, the full assault and support are literally just support for them to like dominate. Their value is so high. The top 3 characters in this, well, top 4 now. The top 4 characters in this game are tactical characters. For me, it goes Aizen, Nell, White Ichigo, and then Soifan. And Soifan's value actually is just so little because they don't have a good third character that isn't Mayuri. Like, you can't put anybody else on that strike team. I mean, you can put Yadoichi, but it's like, well, at best. So, no, I feel you. If it's your favorite character, then I get it. And the 1,000-year war begins. 1,000-year blood war begins on the 15th. Today's the 10th, so it starts on the Wednesday. Am I right on that? Seems like an odd time for them to start that. But my resources are burned anyway now too because I'm trying to get Creepy Dude before he disappears. Not gonna lie. It matters who's the next Spirit Tactical might be. They get skipped. No one can top my boy Aizen. Facts. Unless they come out with something in 1,000-year blood war that basically nullifies what makes him great. I'm not saying I'll skip it. I'll probably still go for it. But is it gonna be a priority? It's like Creepy Dude. It'd be like, okay, sure, it'd be nice to have, but I pretty much got this on lock. So, and I think I have no news, no information. Nobody's told me a damn thing. Shouldn't they be putting him in like the regular standard draw thing at that point? Like by now? Shouldn't Aizen, Toshihiro, Ichigo, Bankai, shouldn't they be headed towards that normal standard pool by now? Because they've been out for over 6 months. So you would think, well, approximately 6 months. Let's go with that. So you would think that'd be enough time for them to be like in the standard like draw pool, and I ain't seen it. And before I forget, started watching Fire Force from the beginning of the night on episode 3 now. Have you ever seen Fire Force before, or is this your first time watching it? Because let me tell you, if it's your first time, you're in for a treat. It is really, 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 really good. I was very impressed in the very beginning. I'm not going to rank it like in my top 10, I don't think. But it is an amazing one. I started Bungo Stray Dogs again like last week, 2 weeks ago. And my homegirl, Cece, she was saying something about that is really good in the beginning and then it like kind of falls off. And she wasn't lying. She's right. The first 2 seasons are amazing. And then, what seems to be the way, the first 2 seasons were amazing, then it does definitely fall off. But I was happy to watch it in the background while doing whatever. Game thinks I'm switching my boy Aizen for 4 Eyes. Walmart imitation Uryu. Little did they know. Oh yeah, is Uryu the new character that's coming out? That is. But I ain't doing that. I mean, I'll do it, but it's not like I'm not finna break my neck to go get him. Why would I give a damn about Uryu? The best Uryu ever did was when he was in there knitting up dolls and stuff with busted hands. That's it. So yeah, you're right. If Uryu is the next like tactical character, unless they're like, he ignores 200% defense. It's like, how is it 200%? You'll see. He's a god. I don't know if I'm even doing it. Vollständig. Oh, wait. Is this? Okay. Probably like Deutsch sprechen können. Is that what it's called in Bleach? Because Bleach used so many Spanish and German words that I don't know if you are saying something but you're not in Germany, are you? Ryu, you're not in Germany. Okay, so then it must be just full standing. Okay. Because I was like, is he speaking German to me right now? Where did that come from? Why are you speaking German to me right now? Let's go ahead and put you in there. Oh wait, what? No. Okay, there we go. Start. Uryu will be the next spirit tactic. Sorry, I read the one part before the other. Unless there's some kind of specific mechanic that he has that's necessary for new content. I'm not saying I'm skipping him, but he's not a priority. Aizen's too good. He's not like a... I'm not finna race out and get him. I'll pull for him, but I'm not about to like break my neck or my bank account or whatever trying to get him. Not so much. But sure, cool. No, you're French. Okay. Alright, so then that was them calling him Vollständig. Well, I mean, I'm probably saying it with like an American Swiss accent, but anyway. I watched season 1 and 2 when they originally released in the States. Since it took 5 years to release a third season and final season, I had to start over because I don't remember squat. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Had to do the same with Kaiju number 8. Which, can they stop doing these damn cliffhangers and then taking 17 years to create the next season? Anyway. Okay, I feel you. Well, actually, you know what? No spoilers. I'm not telling you nothing. Nothing. Well, I'll replace Geen. Well, it is kind of close to Germany. I'm in Switzerland, so... replace Geen with who? Talk to me. Who's gonna... Is there another damage dealing thrust character coming out? Which, by the way, I don't even like Geen in the first place, so like replacing him wouldn't hurt my feelings nearly as much. Geen is made to me. I don't like him. True Shikai Ichigo. Can we get rid of this thing? I guess not. But yeah. How am I drinking this coffee and still sleepy? Yay. I don't know. I can't, unless they like kind of link them. But even when they linked Yaruichi and Soifon, that wasn't good enough or big enough for them to stay together. So if Uryu does in some way like improve Shikai Ichigo, I mean, I'm still gonna just do the same technique because I don't want to deal with Shikai Ichigo anyway. That's an SR character. We can keep that. Unless they say what you did say, true. So is true Shikai Ichigo the one that's coming out with 1,000 Year Blood War? Where's my Hey, stop it. He was bussin'. Yeah, I need to do that whole sound thing. Wait for it. Not yet. Settings. Music, no. SFX. Animation. Okay. We go back. You let me do audio? No? Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay. Of course not. Oh, dual blade Ichigo. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. You know what I was really wishing they would do? The corporeal form of the Sangetsu. But they jumped into... Well, anyway. But I think that was a season 1 thing, right? Hmm. Well, we shall see. I don't know why I ate this thing. I wasn't even hungry. Be right back. Okay. After Ichigo, Uryu, hopefully it will be Chair Aizen and what's I know you're talking about. Is that the I think the Wach or whatever they call him? That's the king who is like death or whatever, and everything he touches decays. That's him, right? Oh, by the way, so I mentioned in the last stream too that Pennywise rap song. You know what I didn't realize until after that song came out. I'm watching reactors do it because I wasn't gonna ever watch it myself, because that's just not my genre. But I was watching it, and what I did not realize is that in this movie, or the TV series, they have a TV series about it now too. Pennywise was eating children. Now, this becomes a problem because I don't understand how children were allowed to watch that movie. Like, what teenage brother thought like it would be cool to take his little sister to go see it? Like, I've never seen that movie. I'm never going to. I'm not a horror fan. There's like I can name my top 5 horror movies right now very easily because they're the 5 that I watched that were good. It goes like Ring, Bird Box. I mean, Freddy and Jason are classics, all right. But like for real, I'm not into it like that. I did not know that dude was eating any of the Chucky movies. I did not realize that guy was eating children. I'm so glad I didn't watch that when I was little, and I avoided the Demented Clown, and I did not read that book because I would have never slept again. Ever. I never would have slept again. There's a demented clown that's chasing me that wants to eat me, dude. Okay, mama. Well, no, you shouldn't have let me see it, mama. Now we sleeping until I'm 16. You stay on your side of the bed, I stay on my side of the bed. I'm gonna wake up screaming every night around about 2:30 in the morning. Shouldn't have let me see that movie. Who even made such a random YouTube user, you don't know that movie. Okay, so basically it's a book by Stephen King called It. And in this movie, and I hope if I'm over explaining, please forgive. And from what I understand, it's this little town where they have a clown, a demented clown. This clown lives in the sewers and he tempts children with like balloons and whatnot. And then when the children gets close, he snatches them and then he eats them. From what I understand, that is how that goes down. Now, based off of that, some guy, and this movie came out like in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. They have a new TV series. And apparently, if you're like a horror fan, you like horror movies, that's for you. Everybody talks about how good it is, legendary, blah, 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 blah. I'm not a fan of horror. And the only time I like horror, which I think Spike is talking about now, is if it's good story. So like when I was younger, it was scary, even though I would watch like Freddy Krueger movies, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th movies. They would be on Fox TV midday. So they've cut out all the really, really harsh stuff. So I was familiar with it. I wouldn't get nightmares of it because it'd be in the middle of the afternoon. Child's Play was Chucky, the demented doll, or the possessed doll, I should say. So like all the hardcore stuff was taken out of it for the most part. But I was never like a fan of it because of all the gore. And now that I'm older, I will watch it. I still haven't seen Parasite yet. I will watch a horror movie, but the plot has to be on point because I want to see like good plot. If it's a good story like Bird Box, like The Ring, that has me anxious and scared because of like the movie The Ring. They show no blood in that entire movie. The only blood you see is from a horse. Humans have no blood, and that movie scared me to death to the point where I had to call a friend over. It was my homegirl Valerie, like 2:00 in the morning. Yo, can you come over here and sleep at my house tonight? I was in college at the time, by the way, and she was like, "Yeah, sure." This wasn't a hookup. This was not a trick. I just laid there and I was like, "I'm gonna go to sleep next to you." She was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Please." She was like, "Yeah," and I just went to sleep next to her. That was it. I needed somebody next to me to go to sleep. I was not gonna go to sleep in my house alone. So like, but I like those. Bird Box. Bird Box had me mad at my kids, and my kids were nowhere around. There's a scene in that movie where she says, "Stay in this boat." She's going off. She's not allowed to see things. You know, she had to cover her eyes. And the kids didn't stay in the boat. And when I tell you, I was cursing out my kids who weren't even in the house. Stay up in the boat. What did she say? What did she say? Stay in the boat. See, that's the problem with kids nowadays. I got so hot. I was so heated. But it was a good plot. It was a good story. I love Alfred Hitchcock movies. I love those movies. But that's because they're more thrillers than horror. Birds was horror, I guess. I mean, granted, Birds, when it came out, I'm sure people were ducking. They did not want that. But I don't know. Hold on, let me see. But it's a good story. The horror becomes an element of the story. Not just like Saw, which from what I understand, Saw 1 was good. Saw 2 I actually did see somehow. It must have been a date or something because I was like, what is this? If it's just blood for blood's sake and all that stuff, you can miss me with it. Now it's just, I find it lazy and boring. Like, oh my God, there's his heart in his chest. Rob Zombie actually did House of a Thousand Corpses and another movie. And I watched both of those excitedly because I love the cinematography in those. He had one song that I liked. I was never into his music, no shade. It's just not for me. And then I watched the one movie with my homie Bo. And I was like, yo, wait, this is actually like really good cinematography. Like, this is actually cut really well. This dude makes rock music? Like, okay. Like, it was actually genuinely good. So, like, I guess maybe it's the B horrors, like the zombie lands and stuff, where it's just like, we're going to show you flesh melting off bone. It's like, oh, okay, whatever, dog. Let me see. The only spoiler I heard about the last season of, what's FF? Oh, Fire Force is the new Project Tease. Don't tell me anything else. Not that I think you would. No. That's why we have completely shifted topics. I don't give spoilers. I'm not that dude. I will say that the first 1, 2, 3 seasons are really good. The fourth one leaves something to be desired, but it's not bad. It's still worth watching. We're not talking 7 Deadly Sins season 3 here. It's worth watching. It's good. But the how good it was did slowly decline. But it's still good, still worth watching. No spoilers. What's good, bro? The Ring, Bird Box, Roll, those are PG-13. I'm not even... And you know what, Mike? Hey, what's up, Mike? Long time. Maybe that's it. But they are horror. There were horror elements in it, but that's the thing. You can scare the hell out of people without a bunch of blood and stuff. Like, you can totally get... Whoa. Main city... What's this? What is this? What happened? What just happened? What was that? What did I just get? What was that? I wasn't paying no attention. Well, hopefully. Snack search. Bruh. Okay, we'll save this for later. That's hilarious. They always come up with some new kind of content. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. This I did complete. I don't know what. Wait. Okay, yeah, I did complete all this stuff. Let me see. It might need to be time to go to Stamp Corridor. We don't need... I'll get those later, I guess. This was a weird one where you just ride around taking pictures. I don't know. Hold on. We're going to get back to the horror topic in a minute. I need to just do some cleaning and then have some action show up on the screen. Bet. Yo, where we at? Who you with? I don't know why I always say it like that. It's from a TV show or something. I know that for a fact. I've never done this. Oh no, I did this one. I didn't do this one. Let's do this one. If we're fighting you, and the goal is to get the highest score possible, guess who I'm putting on the squad? And then we can. Hey, you know what? This is partially your world, Toshihiro. You're cool. We run you guys. All right. Okay, Cots. Sure. Okay. Let me see. So somebody had something hidden too. So wait. Saw is being called Soul World. Wait, what? Spike, I'm gonna need you to elaborate on that. What's okay? So I'm hoping it's a reboot of Soul Eater in the vein of FMA Brotherhood. Oh, sorry. When you said Saw, I thought horror movie Saw, and I was already in horror movie mode. My fault. You know, I never really read Soul Eater, and I did download Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You know what? I might start because I wanted to start watching some anime tonight when I got off stream. Because I'm like Bungo Stray Dogs. It's at the point of the series where it's like, oh, okay, I'm good with not watching any more of this. Maybe I'll start FMA Brotherhood tonight because I still have never seen it. I only saw like the beginning of FMA, the like regular version. And beginning, that's like first 80 episodes or something. So yeah, we can put that down. All right, let's see. If you watch Evit When Evil Lurks, you will be traumatized for life. I don't think I've even heard of that one. That clown sounds like some of the Epstein affiliates. Yo, funnily enough, I'll show this one because you put the devil's name in here, so they're like, we have to make sure that you're allowed to see this. In that music video, he brings that up. He says that in the music video, where it's like, and somebody brought up the fact, and I kind of liked it, where it was like because something about me is I'm only gonna watch that music video through the lens of reactors because I feel like it kind of softens the fact that me liking that song is gonna make me go to hell. But one person brought up a very valid point, and I was like, oh, he said that, man, it's inappropriate. But then at the same time, he was like, good, keep his name active. I can't believe we still don't have arrests from this. I can't believe there's still not files out. Keep that name active. Don't let people forget. And I was like, that's a good point. You have a demented clown comparing himself to that dude. Yeah, why haven't we seen those files? Why isn't anybody, et cetera, et cetera. This isn't the channel for that? No. However, yeah. Find those terrible people and put them, I don't give a what they do for a living. Put them under the jail. That thing. Put them under the jail. As a matter of fact, put them on an island. You know what? Let me not. They should be found. Okay, anyway. So yeah, that is mentioned in that song, and it was like, oh, inappropriate. Then the reactor was like, no, keep his name in the zeitgeist. Let's keep going. No, we need to keep talking about this so nobody goes free. So that those people get rounded up and, consequences get laid down. So that is brought up. Pennywise is an ancient, transdimensional, malevolent entity who preys upon the children and sometimes adults of the fictional town of Derry, Maine. This is not really a clown. Well, he takes the form of a clown because I think it's supposed to be the idea of like, but like the idea of like being terrified by a clown. So like, to be fair to what Mike is saying, it is just like a being. I don't know it like that because I'm not into horror, but from what I understand, it's a being, and then that being a scary clown will scare children, and then his power is the more fear he feeds off fear. The more fear you have of him, the more powerful he is. So that it is by Stephen King, by the way. Not sure how big he is in Europe, but that might give you an idea of what the tone of the story is like if you're familiar with his books. Oh yeah, and Ray, you're already reading it. It is the title of the the title is It. Let me see. Oh, I got a skin. That was a skin. Thank you. I had no idea what that was. I might put the skin up though. What's up, Geek Sensei? How you doing, Sensei? Yeah, I don't know. I know people who read Stephen King over here, and maybe it was just the age I was in the US where as you're hitting 14, 15, 16, you're in college, you're branching out beyond like what your parents have given you in terms of like entertainment. It stops being, use my mom specifically, because my mom put good music around me, but my mom specifically, it's like, you know, Johnny Gill, Keith Sweat, Luther Vandross, Gerald Levert, and I'm branching out into like Mary J. Blige, Method Man, Jay-Z, DMX, Maya, Monica. Like I'm branching out into these newer music things because now I'm old enough to pick. I say all that to say the books that you were being fed in school were certain genres of books or certain types of Catcher in the Rye, stuff like that. Whoa, Things Fall Apart. What just happened there? Those kinds of books. Heart of Darkness. But as you're like 16, 17, 18, now you're choosing. And so I'm choosing, well, like early teens, R.L. Stine, Fear Street instead of Goosebumps. And now I'm moving into Michael Crichton. I love like Jurassic Park and Timeline, like those kinds of books. Slowly getting into John Grisham books like The Client, things like that. Some people went the other route, Stephen King, for example. And they're like, yo, read the Stephen King book. And I was like, get the hell away from me. I'm not reading that because I like sleep. I don't sleep a lot, but when I sleep, I don't want to be dreaming of that stuff. As we're exploring in that age group, emerging adults, that is when that stuff is talked about and shared. As an adult, which is what happened when I moved over her, I'm not hearing that as much. I know that some people do read Stephen King, but it's not necessarily like you're in a group of friends and that's what you talk about. Or at least I'm not around those folks. So I don't know if Europe is really, like from personal experience, I don't know if Europe is really down for Stephen King in that way. And especially when I was growing up, there felt like there was another Stephen King series, book, movie every other year. It was basically like the MCU. So I don't know. If anybody else here from Europe, I'll go down and read it a little bit more. I don't know if Stephen King is like that because I can't think of, I'm sure I've heard of someone say that they've read Stephen King books, but I'm thinking of a person. I don't know that I've had too many people who are like, no, I'm a huge Stephen King nut. Like in book fairs and stuff. I can't even say that there were Stephen King books present, but like the American, and it's not even American, but like the English literature, not even literature, but English books, let me just put it that way, that were around were like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Agatha Christie, Sherlock, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, or whatever his name is. A lot of Tom Clancy. And maybe that's because I was looking for it, but like a lot of that. What's that woman's name? Patterson or whatever? A lot of the mystery writers, like the modern mystery writers, were like floating around. I did not see too many like Stephen King books. They were there, but like there'd be like 3 of them, whereas you got like a row of these other artists, these other authors. So I don't know if it was like that for real. As a matter of fact, on like, well, again, because I'm not looking for it on Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that. Not for real. Good to talk about these things. The general people need to know what goes on. Facts. I think we're talking about the same thing, but facts. Don't let anybody go free. Put them up in jail. You know what? I'm not gonna get like political on that, but, and I don't even think that's a political issue. Put it that way. That's not political. That's just being human. And holding monsters accountable for their actions. Supposedly, the anime diverts from the manga's plot because it outpaced the manga. Yeah, a friend of mine, Spike, a friend of mine, Monique, we were talking about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and she explained that whole thing to me, where it was how it diverted, and it was a female writer for the series, and then they did Brotherhood again. They did Brotherhood and retold the story all over again because the manga was done by that point. And so I asked her, would it even be, because you guys brought it up too on the stream. You guys brought it up on the stream too. Would it even be worth it for me to go back to the old Full Metal Alchemist and watch it? Which, from what I understand, people still love it. It's still a fan favorite, but Brotherhood is better. And that was one of those things of, and I think we discussed on stream too, where you, because and this is so like gender biased, so I'm trying not to just, but it is a thing with mangas in particular. When you have male writers, there's an attention to action and like the situation being the story. When you have female writers, there's more of an attention towards relationships and the people they're in, right? And I think that a lot of the appeal, at least from what I understand, of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is that it's about the brothers, right? And it's not about necessarily the situation. It's about how their relationship perseveres through the situation, as opposed to like persevering through a situation. Like their bond grows stronger as they make it through, not the fact that they made it through and their bond is strong. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense with that. Whereas like the difference between Dragon Ball Z and Full Metal Alchemist is like Goku overcome, and he's there for his people, the people that he loves, and he's gonna be there for them and have their back. Very simplified version of it, but you get that. Whereas Full Metal Alchemist is like their love is what's getting them through this situation, and they're gonna have each other's back because they're brothers. There's not a romantic element like this is my dog, this is my brother, I got his back no matter what kind of thing. And that's where, male or female, as a viewer, reader, watcher, that's tends to be more compelling because you can identify with that. I can identify with being by my sister's side and trying to have her back way more than I can identify with fighting an alien monster in space. I think that's part of the reason. I don't know if Up had a female or male writer, but the Disney movie Up, what I'll talk about forever and ever and ever, the reason why that movie was so damn good, despite the fact you had talking dogs, a house that flew because it had 1,000 balloons tied to it, a weird ass bird, I don't know what that thing was about, was because it was an old man who felt like he let down his wife when she passed away. And if if you have a person in your life that you care about and you feel like they died and you let them down, that's tough. None of us want to have that feeling, and we can identify with the idea of like that feeling being a driving factor why you might just be a cranky ass person after that. You know what I mean? Like you might just be like, a man, I don't even want to be. He was cranky and irritated the entire time and not likable, but the entire time be like, but we get it though. I mean, that was his boo, that was his everything, and he feels like he failed her. And then at the end of the book, don't get me started, I'm gonna cry. So from what I understand, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is much more truer to her version of the manga because the manga is finished, like you said, and people like that more, even though they still do like the original anime series. Oh yeah, King is still putting books out with some regularity. His son has started making a name for himself, goes by Joe Hill. What is Joe Hill writing though? Because no offense, but I would like to know, given that your father is Stephen King, I really want to know if you grew up in a, his father could have been the best father, and we go to the amusement park every day and all he does is laugh and tickle his son and make him feel like the best kid in the world, and all of the anger or whatever things come out in his writing. Or I want to know if Mr. Hill is a well-adjusted human. But if he ends up being like a romantic novel writer, that would be amazing. If he's just writing like erotic novels, that would be hilarious. Like he writes the book It, but it's about something completely different. Rosebud, completely different meaning in there. Here's Johnny, completely different meaning when Mr. Joe Hill writes it. What was the name of that movie again? Oh man, Jack Nicholson. This was also a Stephen King book that became a movie. Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny. What's the name of that book? Somebody knows it. What was the name of that book? That's gonna drive me up a wall now. Anyway, I'd agree with the assessment of FMA. The original show was great, but Brotherhood was definitely an improvement. Personally, I doubt I'd rewatch the original again. But you would rewatch Brotherhood? I'm assuming. So, anyway, let's get back. Seeing as how like 1,000 Year Blood War is about to start, I still think I need Creepy Dude though. And truth be told, if Uryu is the next tactical spirit guy, and that's what's coming up next, I'm kind of okay with missing him, or at least like potentially missing him, pulling him if I can, and if not, like ain't shedding no tears. That might have to be the situation. Because now I do kind of need to get I do need to get Creepy Dude. Where we at on the gotcha? Boo. Itchy. I'll get one of them. Why not? Why not, right? The Shining. Thank you. I knew somebody would come. Thank you, Spike. The Shining. Okay. Got it. We'll leave it. Why not? I'll figure it out another time. Okay. Where are we? Where are we going? Snack search is still just funny. It's still just funny. So many jokes I could tell that I just won't do right now. Back. Blind box. Do I still have for this? Woot, I guess. Okay. I am curious to see. Did I do this already? Oh, the achievements. Oh, and I could change his skin. That's right. You said I got that thing I got was a skin. Let me see. Albeit, I like the resurrection version of him. Let's see what the skin look like. Where's the it's supposed to be like a little hanger or something, right? Where is it? Where is it? I'm sure I just passed by it. And what do you do? That's fine. I'm sure I just passed by it because I've changed the skin on these guys before, so that's why Shikai looks the way he does. And I thought it was right here in the whatchamacface. I would rewatch Brotherhood. I just don't see any reason to rewatch the original since half of the show is the same. Yeah, so that's a good point. Half of it is the same. Like, how much is it the same? Did they like literally just redraw all of it, or did they just take like the first half of Brotherhood or first half of Full Metal Alchemist and be like, yo, y'all know this. We're gonna just show it to y'all again. We ain't finna do it again. And then they just rewrote the second half, or did they make a whole new series? It just doesn't make sense to rewatch it if Brotherhood is available. Okay. I mean, I hear you, but now I didn't even think about that part of it where it's like, yo, did they really like redo the whole series, or did they just say like, no, man, y'all know the first 3 seasons. We're gonna redo the last 3, and then y'all could, choose your own adventure. Go where you want to go. I'm curious about that because if they redrew everything, like why? I understand it. I'm sure it's good for everybody else, but like, why, bro? Why? Who am I sharing this with? Hey, where is your dad go? There's like a hanger that's supposed to be, or is this his skin? No. There's supposed to be a hanger that I thought, but I cannot remember where it is now. And I'm sure it's like right in front of my face and I'm just missing it. And I'm sure it's right here. And there's a magnifying glass, or what does the thumbs up do? All right, whatever. Oh, I didn't even check. Oh no, we good. Where are we at? Am I literally losing my mind? Hold on, I know so much skin that did change. Character Shikai. I know I changed his. Yeah, see, there is a hanger there, so I didn't get that skin. ¿Qué pasó? What's going on? And he doesn't have a hanger. And he doesn't have a hanger. All right, so was it not a new skin then? Or is it just saying that was a reward I could have won? I just haven't won it yet. Maybe that's it. All right, let's go down to Stamp Corridor. Hopefully get another stamp for him. We've done all of this stuff. Trials, here we go. Bet. Oh no. Oh no. We need to resolve this issue. Oh no. Ice. Slide through fear with normal. Often gewalt. Ice slide through fear. Yay. Alright, so we're back. We back. Boom. Went a little bit too far back. Trials. Stamp court. I feel like there's one more ticket that I could get somewhere, but I can't remember where. Anyway, we run this 5. Oh, do we still use let's see what happens. We can check the stats on this. Where are you, Kitsuke? There you go. Urahara. Alright, back. Brotherhood was the full story beginning to end, so yes, they retold that lined up with the original anime, meaning to relive the trauma of the Shao Tucker. I don't even know what that means. So I'm gonna have to watch it again. Although I do remember there being a thing in Full Metal Alchemist that was, I don't remember what it was exactly, but I remember seeing it and being like, yo, that's tough. Like not tough like that. That what he did was tough, but being tough like that was heartbreaking. I genuinely don't remember what that was though. All right, so Ulquiorra, let's see, versus Toshihiro with Kitsuke on the squad. The problem is like the amount of time that they're actually going to be on the field, but we will account for that when we look at it. Plus, I don't think this is going to be any kind of like open all. Give me something good. Nah, Joe. No. Okay. We'll exit because I don't think there's really a point. I'm not gonna pull that key, so we'll leave it alone there. And now we will go to, I guess, Trial Tower. And we're leaving Aizen out. I have no idea how far we would get here. And by the way, seeing how I beat it with Aizen, Ulquiorra, and Momo, I think I had it a different squad. I think it was Aizen, Kitsuke, and Mayuri when I got past it. So we'll battle here. I think I'll keep Kitsuke as the... Hey! That's not what I meant. You knew damn well that's not what I wanted. Hey. Oh, my homegirl went ahead and made her. Shout out to my Momo. Was she my Momo? We're friends, but we just became friends. I don't know if I can call her my Momo, but shout out to Momo. She just sent me a chest reply. I should send her a message. Be like, yo, Momo, you need to watch this. Why? Because I talk trash about your chess skills. How you getting owned? Let me stop. She's a beginner. She's learning, so I need to be nice. And she is learning really quickly. She's very intelligent. Which I know chess is based more on memory than intelligence. You don't have to, for those of you who play. Dog plus daughter is all I'll say. I don't remember that. So then don't spoil it. I'll watch it and then also be devastated. Also, the anime series Monster, I never completed. I got like and that was a good series too. Where's my pad? We'll try to kick off Monster and Full Metal Alchemist as a weekend activity. I have to clean my balcony, and I'm gonna listen to Night Watch from the Discworld series, and then when I come to sit, well, then play basketball. Then when I come to sit down in the evening, I'll watch Full Metal Alchemist a little bit, and then Monster is one of those animes that you just kind of like, you can fall asleep and it's not a problem, even though it is about a serial killer child. But but yeah, that'll be the plan, I guess. I'm curious to know if I should run them. Maybe I'll even do a video about it. No idea. If I should run them separately and just use Kitsuke Mayuri as the support for them, like the support for them to get through it, and then see who does better, Toshihiro or Ulquiorra. The problem is Toshihiro's core stamp is full on, what, 5x, and Ulquiorra's only 2x. If I got him to 3, at least that'd be a little bit more representative, because I'm sure that Ulquiorra's going to outperform him, although Toshihiro be laying down damage. It's just not, it's just he pales in comparison to Aizen on my team. But Toshihiro's not a slouch, though. He's definitely not a slouch. Okay, so the DC Worlds Collide game. I actually checked in on it like about 5 days ago, because the anniversary is coming up, and I understood they had a new developer team. I went and checked out a video from Mr. Squirrel, and he was giving complaints about the game that were basically the same ass thing as it was that made me quit the game. And then I got on stream, and I think it was it Spike who told me that? I think it was Spike, where it was like, he's still playing it, but he's about to be out on it too, because I was genuinely asking, like, should I go back to the game? And it was like, nope, still buggy, still the same old content, nothing new, it's just as repetitive, the characters are trash now. And so it was like, I asked genuinely. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, the whole disaster of it being weak, I saw a video suggested to me about it being a whole disaster. I even, because I wanted to go back to that game so damn bad, I even asked ChatGPT, and I was like, look, I stopped Marvel Strike Force because of this, that. Is that going on? And it was like, yeah, no, Marvel Strike Force is on decline, revenue, player participation, download, blah, 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 all that stuff is showing that it's headed downwards. Okay, cool. What about DC Worlds Collide? And it was like, about the same thing. It's still young, so there's room for it to grow, and people are hoping that it improves. But it's just a steady decline of like trash, and more trash. So I've asked the questions to like do it. But that was the thing I talked about, I think it was on my last stream, where it was, doing this is such a hobby. It doesn't provide enough money for me to absolutely dislike my experience with it. If this game was paying me 6 figures a year, okay, I'll just deal with the frustrations. That's what work is. But the fact that this is like more fun and passion, and like this stream I'm doing right now, I think it's gonna make me 20 cents if I'm lucky. But I do it because it's fun. I like talking to you guys about random horror movies and anime, and that's why I do it. So if I'm gonna get paid, let's say $100, I'm not doing it for a game that by the end of it had me like legit dropping F-bombs on YouTube because I was so frustrated. And y'all know I try my best not to curse. So, oh man, they didn't even get past this. I thought y'all were gonna do something. Jeez, I thought that was gonna be something. I didn't even worry about it. Man, yo, that is startling. Okay, maybe I do rely on Aizen too much, but yeah. So it's not really worth it for me to go back, because if it's just gonna be I go back, yay, let's give it a shot. In fact, I heard they're shifting some of the resources from like Evil Falls and have been but players are just losing out on the resources. The artifacts aren't anything new or interesting. Like there's been so much like negative stuff, and this is with the new developers. Characters aren't trash, but that's the only new content in the game. Yeah, Supergirl DCU is amazing. Game devs still suck. I heard the Supergirl came in with problems though. There's one stealth announcement that was tested, but if the game would leave you feeling the same as before, does it really matter? Remember, this game made you angry. That's my point. If you let's talk about it like relationships. Like I relate everything to something else because that's just how I like compute stuff. But if I'm in a relationship with the person and then we end it after, hey, we can use real world. Nope, we won't use a real world example. We were together for 5 years, for example, and then the relationship ends and you're like, I do miss that person. I do miss that person. But we broke up for some very specific reasons, right? She cheated on me with like a friend of mine for like not for like a couple like the last 2 years, right? Let's say that did not happen. Let's just say that I missed the person. There was so much good. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe it was me not accepting this, that, and the third. Year later, I like trying to rethink, should I go back? Should I go back? If I have no indication that the behavior changed, why would I go back? There's no indication of their behavior changing to adjust and say like, look, we're doing this the right way now. Like even Mr. Squirrel and the whole thing was like, bro, you got to do this stuff and stop saying trust us, we're gonna do it, because we've been through so much bad stuff that you asking us to trust you is really, really not gonna help. If he's saying that off rip, if you're saying that off rip, I don't know. I would love to go back. There's a lot of good things there. But if it just leaves me angry, this is supposed to be stress relief and having fun with folks and chit-chatting and all the other stuff. And if I'm sitting up here cursing up a storm because these MFers don't want to communicate or release game content without it being buggy as hell, and then just try to do a cash grab on anybody who's made it past the mid-game without providing new content other than a character or 3 every month and a half. What am I supposed to do? Also, Android users could not log in for 2 days from the moment the anniversary event started. A bunch of people have their accounts deleted trying to uninstall. Whoa. Yeah, that game's dead. That is, bruh. The problem is the site, main site recommends people to uninstall and reinstall. There are log-in issues. That is, you want to talk about a quick way to lose your player base. I didn't think it was that bad. Damn. Oh my, damn. How are they still alive now? Did they really get new developers? Dog. If I had come back and then that happened to me, I might have had to catch a flight. What did Kendrick Lamar say? When I catch flight, it's going to be direct. Like, I would have had to catch a flight on that one. That is insane. They finally fixed the issue yesterday, but the damage is done. And let's be honest, the Jokers aren't going to rerun the anniversary event. They have to, don't they? You alienated your entire fan base. You screwed up, and then you tell the fan base tough. Y'all can't do that. Y'all can't do that. Who trying to get into my accounts? That's why stuff gets blocked, dog. That's why we block these things. Who's doing that? Oh, wait. No. Wait. Cancel. I was trying to get to the dadgum. was trying to see this. No, cancel, leave, confirm, battle. There we go. But hey, if you could go back now, there's a code to get a free Joker for free. Okay, I'll log in, get the Joker, and then log back out. But maybe I shouldn't log in because maybe my account gets deleted. And didn't I hear Joker was trash too? I heard that Joker wasn't good anyway. Oh well. Anyway, what I'm trying to do right here, guys, is get the damage between Toshihiro and Ulquiorra. I'm going to see how close or far away they are. And then I think I'll make a video based on Toshihiro versus Ulquiorra as like full assaults alongside Kitsuke and Mayuri. Not going to run them with Aizen because Aizen is the K-pop lead singer in this whole band. So he's never going to come off the field. That is insane. I remember, was that also DC Rose Collide? It wasn't Marvel Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force has never done something that bad. I remember there was like an update or something. It's happened to Seven Deadly Sins like once that was really bad, where they did a maintenance. And it was a scheduled maintenance, but then the scheduled maintenance ended up taking like 10 hours or something, and they said it was gonna take like 4. Something like that. There was one where people couldn't log into the game for like half a day. I don't think Bleach ever had that issue. I remember it specifically because I was in, for those of you who know Switzerland, I was in Ulquiorra on the train. I had done something, and then I was getting on the tram, and I went to log into the game. I was like, yo, it's still down? And I was, tell me, are you still down? Still down for me. And then I was like, oh, this might be the end of this game. Like, do you know how many people who, casual players or whatever, are going to sit there, be frustrated. You destroy their trust, and then they just don't come back. Because guess what? There's too many options. There's too many gaming options, especially for free, that they could just be like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just go over here. Dang. They fixed him. He's one of the top DPS at R10. 5 seconds. So wait, this is the wrong Ulquiorra. Bruh, is this not my... Maybe I need to stop. No. Cancel. Maybe I need to stop. What's wrong with me today? You got me all... Not heated, but like... I can't believe that happened to them. That is insane. The wrong Ulquiorra in the squad, man. You know nobody trying to play with you. There we go. Deploy. He's still like 7K less than him, but let's see what the business is. That is insane. Let's say, not even... for a game that was already on the decline because you were screwing up and you were already trying people's patience in the first place. His animations are so good. And you were already trying people's patience in the first place because you were screwing up. To have a situation like that happen and then not at least rerun the event. What are you doing? What are you doing? That is insane to me. Absolutely insane. All right, so now I have the right Ulquiorra in, Toshihiro in. That health bar seems to be moving way faster than before, which maybe I should have noticed that. Even Toshihiro be laying wood though. Like, he really does do the damn thing. He is a good damage dealer. God. Lord have mercy. Joker's the only character I've seen buffed the same time he was released. They jumped on improving him like Belushi on a pile of... Never seen anything like that before or after. Yo, Superman DCU, same game. When they found out... See, that went way faster. When they found out that people thought he was nerfed, I remember because I was in the UK. 8 seconds at Yeah, okay, but see, I can't do the comparison. I can't because Toshihiro does have all five core stamp, like 5x core stamps. Ulquiorra only has three, and the difference is so great that you could probably trace it right back immediately down to that point. So I just need to farm for more of his core stamps, and then we should be good to go. It was Superman DCU. They fixed. He came out. I remember releasing a video about it that like I recorded it one day, was about to release it the next, and they had already announced that they were about to buff him. And I was like, do I even need to release this video? I remember because that was when I was in the UK. I was going to get my graduation for my second master's, and I was sitting in a Airbnb in Sunderland, UK, having just got up from Manchester. So yeah, I remember that vividly when he got released in that dumpster fire. That was hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I can't do a proper comparison of those two. He's built too high up. He's too good. Confirm. Who cares? Oh, I don't. That's why I didn't. That's why I cared. I didn't want to go to the next thing. That took a month. You might. I don't. I don't want to say it was a month, but you might be right because it might. I don't. Maybe it wasn't released the same day, but I feel like they announced it like fast as hell. I remember the announcement for it being like dumb fast. Because I had the argument with people where they were like, no, he's fine. No, he's fine. And I was like, no, he's not. He's trash. He's not damaging as much as Batman, who's an epic. I remember it very vividly. And then the next video, when they announced the buff, the next video I put out, and those people never came on my channel again because too busy having their nose up the... anyway. They never came to my channel again. I'm sure of it. Because it was like... You had all this good ish to talk about how I was wrong and being ridiculous. If he was such a good character, why do they buff him immediately? Because it was the speed with which they did it. It wasn't just the fact that they did it, but they came out like, poof, y'all right, we wrong, that was terrible. We'll fix it. But maybe the actual like update didn't get put in a month later, but I felt like they announced it. I could be wrong, but it felt like they announced it quick as hell. What's up, Big Sweet? How you doing? Aries plus tax is hilarious. All right, so I actually need to dismantle one more of these things, and I could boost them. Is there a core stamp that I have that I don't need? Kenpachi could use a couple more core stamps too, honestly. Yeah, see, only 2x. And then nobody else except for like I think Ikaku and Sanjin. And I'm gonna leave those alone for now. I was dismantling those left and right, but I'll leave them with their own for now. But that was not worth having. All right, so going back. Oh, Black Adam came out a flaming pile of garbage during the Amazon season. And they didn't fix him until right before the next season, maybe even during Lobo. See what I mean, though? That would have just been, from the stuff you named, I left in like November. It's been 8 months, right? So that would have meant like basically every 6 weeks I would have had a complaint video about the same thing. Not even new stuff, different stuff. Not that they're trying to put out new stuff and it's messing up with the same exact stuff. You're releasing characters that are trash, like you don't beta test them. Or alpha test them even. So now what? Man. Such a good game, so much potential. The animations are so beautiful. And y'all just wetting the bed all over yourselves trying to get this thing to work. Put it in the hands of some proper... I hate to say it, give it to Netmarble. They money grubby, but still, at least they get a game out, right? Oh, yeah, excuse me. All right. Oh, wait, am I not missing the, whatchamacface? I already collected it. Okay. And this I will have to do within the next 6 days. Can't believe that noise. Cannot believe that noise. All right, so it's hard for me to compare him to anybody because he's still so weak. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. It looks like the one of the upcoming seasons is going to be Legends. Legendaries only. Not looking forward to it, hoping they will run as mystery characters. I heard that too, like there's going to be 3 legendaries. And I think there's supposed to be like 3 Amazons or something. That sounds like a quick money grab before they shut everything down. And I'm still not convinced that they have a new dev team because it sounds like that new dev team is doing the same thing as the old dev team. So what's the difference, sir? All right, guys, I'm going to go make a tea real quick. I will be back momentarily. But let me put on something entertaining. Righty. Can't fight you. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, is this? Oh, we have new stuff? See, we got so much new stuff over here. I didn't even know that we had new stuff. What? What? Dog. I'm finna get a tea. We finna run this right now. I didn't even know. I had no idea we had new stuff. I had no idea we had this new stuff. See, I gotta pay attention. You're not paying attention, sir. All right, so where's my dadgum mouse, man? Damn. Come over here. I'm gonna run one of these things. I'm gonna make my tea. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna do this now. None of that stuff is difficult enough. Is there anything in here that I needs to be doing? I guess that trial thing, the not edge reveal, limited gotcha. This one? Yeah. I never completed that one because of the certain area thing. So let's give it a shot and see if it'll luck up and let me do it. Strike team, boo. Wait, actually the strike team is not nearly as entertaining. Spirit. We've got Spirit. How about you? Let's go ahead and do this one. Challenge. We know who we running. We're gonna try to do the best we can. What you doing? All right. So we're gonna run this. I'm gonna make a tea real quick, and then I will be right back. what's up, Argent? How you doing? No, the Amazon season was last season. 2 legendaries, Nebula and Artemis, and Epic Yara. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. What 3 characters would they release that would be like legendary? I guess like that's gonna be like a Dark Side, Brainiac. I don't know. Give me another villain. Oh, nice, man. Ah. I don't know. I ain't too impressed. It is what it is, though. All right, so basically, God, I wish that game was better. And then they shut down Marvel Mystic Mayhem. That other DC game got shut down too. The card game that everybody was like, I need to go play. Like, there's no decent DC IP mobile games. I can't think of one. There's one that I saw. I think it's still around somehow. And I thought that game looked like trash, but apparently that's the one that's doing the best. Dark something or another. Chilling in Florida playing 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Okay, well, what's up? How far are you in 7 Deadly Sins Origin? I've gotten a little bit, it's gotten repetitive to me at this point. To where now it feels like more of a chore to do than anything else. I mean, I am still needing to work on Time Space Junction and all that jazz, but like... Bro, how far did you get in the Endless Tower thingy? You mean like the, That's the thing about Endless Tower. It ends, right? Because I think I completed it. It's still only 10 floors. Like it's like, there was like 10 things and then 10 floors or whatever. I finished that. I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about, right? Or is there something else that I'm missing? I'll go direct myself to it to be like, is this what you're talking about? Because I'm pretty sure I did that. Now, this is the situation where it's like I was fighting this dude constantly, but because I'm running it on auto and I'm not drawing him to that little circle where you can kill him, yeah, over there to the right, didn't work. They were taking no damage. And so it was like, yo, if Toshihiro would just move his behind back, like, maybe I could do it like this. Move your behind back over here. There we go. Get him. And Aizen finishes him off in the circle. Oh, I could just do that. Y'all come meet me in the squall. In the words of T.I., meet me in the squall. I could have been done did that, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I could have been done did that and did what? Sure. NTE got an RPG mode. That's Big Sweet. You keep pushing NTE, and maybe I should. Maybe I should. And it was fun when I played it too. No lie, it was a lot of fun. Fun cooler. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that later. We're gonna go to this trial arc thing. Yeah, and it was a fun game. Working on world level 3. Okay, so then you're still like in mid game. Okay, cool. All right, which I guess is what happens. I mean, I do have like 4 hours in on 7 Deadly Sins, so obviously there's not gonna be more stuff to do. And then Gother is supposed to be the next character, and blah. The story. I would say spoiler alert, but I'm skipping the story stuff. So, trial arc. We'll do this, and then I'm gonna call it a video after. I don't know if I'll do. Let's see how fast the chapters go. There's no recommendations for, who to carry. I don't know. Did it say what level these things are? Level 100? Let me check. Let me go to tower. Let me check. Because I feel like I did that. Yeah, Endless Trial is done. And then I think I did all this too. Did I not? Non-slash, non-thrust damage. Yeah, you need a thrust team for here, and I was going to use slash. I mean, maybe this one was the tough one. Let me check the tower where you unlock Soy Fawn skin with boobs. Okay, I can show that comment. That's not that ridiculous. Let's see. Should I do the tower or should I do the trial? Well, the trial arc everybody can do, I guess. Not everybody can do this. So then let's redo this part. I'm assuming what I did was went at this one with Eisen. Yeah, Eisen and Ulquiorra. Not even my strongest team. So what I used to do for these, or what I did for the first, we can make a video out of this maybe. Why not? Start recording. Coming in 3, 2. Okay. So Ryu, random YouTube user, told me, hey, yo, did you do Endless Trial Tower? I was like, man, I've been done did that. Apparently, I didn't do the last one. So I don't know if I'm going to make it through now. I did the first level, stopped. I don't even remember why, honestly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through this Endless Trial Tower now. I'll talk through my strategy about it. Let's just get to the video. Check the rewards. I just see gold. Do I already have the Booba one? I guess I already have it. I just haven't equipped it or whatever. I think I already have it for Soy Phone. Because I think you get it when you finish 10. Yeah, this one with the boobas or this one? Because this is the original one, and then this is that one, Punishment. Yeah, I've already gotten this one. So anyway, yeah, cleared it. Okay, cool. Let's do this real fast. Go back. All right, so coming back in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a Bleach Resonance video. In this video, I'm gonna do level 11 of Endless Trial Tower. I think I know what happened when it came to this. So I have a strategy for it, basically. And I don't think it's anything that's too groundbreaking, honestly. And I think I got caught up here. I keep saying think and. Let me go ahead and just put it out there, plain and simple. My strategy for this is usually do not use the team that is available through the whole thing until you absolutely have to. Now, the way that it's set up is I think it has like 12 floors, right? So when you go through, you're going to be able to use, you only really need like 3 teams-ish. So I'm going to walk through it and go through the thing. So right here, what I'll do is I'll use my Spirit team. I'll use my Slash team because my Slash team is strong as hell now with White Ichigo. And I think that's where I got stopped last time because I knew that my Slash team with Byakuya was going to be trash and not make it through anyway, so there's no point in trying the rest. Strike team is the weakest so far. However, they did succeed in the previous level, so we'll see how they go here. Then you have Spirit. Eisen handles it. He's B6. Apologies if you don't have him. I'll run Ulquiorra Resurrection here anyway. Level 100, 37k. His core stamp is at 2x right now. Working on getting it to 5x, but things take time. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm about to do? Because I still hate Ikkaku that much. I'm about to go ahead and 3x my Ulquiorra. I'll be right back. Still don't like Ikkaku, so I mean, might as well, right? Never gonna use that dude again. And Lord knows I've pulled his stamp like 4,500 times, so I'll probably get it again in like a week and a half. Okay, so this one we can go ahead and dismantle. That gives me this, confirm. Come over here, buddy. And then we enhance you to level 3. Got it. Then we come back over here to you, 40k. Okay, much better. Okay, coming back in 3, 2. Okay, so I just dismantled. I already had 4 of those like orbs that you can use to upgrade your core stamps. what I did was I dismantled Ikaku's core stamp. So I could have 5, and you take 5 to upgrade your core stamp for the character that you want. And since I'll never use Ikaku again, I still hate him. TV series, the anime, like him. This game, go to hell. So I'm going to use that. So right now, the weakest team I have, the one I'm worried about the most, is my strike team. Why am I worried about my strike team the most? The strike team uses Mayuri. Yay. That would be a big, big yay if it wasn't for the fact that the thrust team needs him too. Right now, I've been running strike team with both Grimmjow. I might, if it looks dicey, I might try to run it with Yaruichi instead. I was able to, in the first 9 levels of Endless Trial Tower, able to use Rangiku with the thrust team. She's a SR character, but I was able to use her with the thrust team in place of Mayuri, and then put Mayuri on the strike team, and then that was the thing that would carry me through, so I was able to like separate it out. Now I can't do that. The thrust team does not succeed without Mayuri. Strike team apparently doesn't either. So we'll try to negotiate our way through that somehow, some way. We'll figure it out, right? We'll make our way through. But yeah, so right now what I'm going to do is we're going to run this in with, let's get the right Ulquiorra in there. Now that I think about it, we're going to experiment with something. I need Kisuke to stay on Slash. This might be, let's call it a full assault team. By the way, I'm going to leave this up like on there, and I'm just going to put it at 2x speed or something, right? I might just run this and hope to God he can carry us. Hope to God that Ulquiorra Resurrection can carry us. Then use that Aizen later. I don't know if that Aizen is going to work later on the strike team, just because it's 50% reduction on defense, 85% less damage than like strike or thrust. So I'm playing a dicey game here. If we can get past through this, if we can get through this anyway, and then that Aizen idea doesn't work, who cares? I just plop him back in. Everything's cool. But they don't even have a buff right now. This is risky. So let's make it riskier. Not 17,000. Yeah, so Ryu is saying like it's a good strategy, but use Momo as a support instead of Ulquiorra, and just use Toshihiro and Ulquiorra Resurrection. I was literally just thinking that. I was thinking about Rukia because she has the battlefield effect, and that freeze does pair well with Toshihiro. But she's only level 80. You know what? I'm not saying you're wrong, Ryu. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm going to try it with the Ulquiorra now anyway. I have tons of energy and tons of resources. I can go ahead and put in those resources to Rukia and see if she would work later. I'm curious about this though. Full assault. No tactics. No support. We just running in Iron Man Wolverine style. You know, he's the best at what he does. But what he does isn't very nice. We're going to go ahead and run this just to see what happens. And when I eventually lose, which is what's most likely to happen, I'm going to go and put the resources into Rukia, see what the business is with her, maybe even Momo first, just because I already have Momo level 100, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll just see how this goes. Be right back. Oh, no, not even be right back. Now we're just going to be sped up. I'll try not to say anything inappropriate like I do on my streams. Y'all get the edited version. Anyway. There we go. So let's see. So far, Ulquiorra SR Plus ain't doing a damn bit of good, but he loves to be on the screen. And they are not getting any damage across. Now there's Ulquiorra, like, just straight up. They are doing 185,000. We are 30 seconds in. He has not gotten through 1 health bar yet. So what does this tell us? Bad idea. This ain't working. This is not going to work. Not even a little bit. And Toshihiro's no slouch when it comes to damage. Core stamp times 5x. His core stamps I just replaced with ready to go core stamps from Kenpachi. So he has been doing more damage. And right now they are worthless. So we don't even have to finish this part. Like, if you're not even past 1 health bar by the time we get to 2 minutes in, 1 minute in, we are 33% of the way through the time limit, and you are 50% of the way through 1 health bar. So we're going to go ahead and just leave this. We knew what the business was. We're going to leave. Confirm. All right. Put Ulquiorra and Momo team. Yeah, we're going to do it now. We're going to try that now. We're experimenting. We're experimenting. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to put Momo in, albeit I don't think that's going to be much better. But this was a dumpster fire. Where are you, Momo? There she is. Level 100, 23,000. Well, there we go. Come on now. All I need to see is that it might be legit a problem that I can't get past this without Aizen. And now I have Jaquez U stuck in my head. Good song though. Anyway. This might have worked in those first 9 floors like I did with Rangiku and the Thrust team. But at this level, they're doing better. SR characters can't hang here. SR plus characters can't hang here. Maybe, nope. Ulquiorra would have hung with them if Aizen was there, but I think that's only because Aizen's doing all the damage. So this is better. However, we are 66% of the way through his health bar with 33% of the time gone. Not that, but thereabouts. And something tells me it's not one of those, like, once you get past the first health bar, everything's much faster. No. Momo's disappointing. And then Toshihiro. In fact, you know what, random YouTube user? You haven't passed this endless trial yet, but let me tell you this. I'll put that in there, and you'll see that it won't work. Because I've already had Rangiku do it with the Thrust team. And plus Ruki is only level 80. I'll show you what happens when I put Aizen in. Aizen is the Aizen minimum B4 is the key to this. What's the level at now? We're at like health bar 19. And the issue is that the support that Rukia provides with her battlefield skill, the freeze, is not going to help with the boss. It's not going to help with the boss. All right, so we're going to put in Aizen. So Aizen cannot be utilized for any other teams. Dad gummit. All right. Ooh, this is a problem. Okay. Wait, is that who you're using in your teams, Ryan? Like, where are you? Where are you in Endless Trial Tower? Where are you? Ooh, okay, here we go. Because the SR characters just don't go here. Toshihiro does hit like a truck. He really, really does. But the problem is that even given this, the reason why Aizen is the carry here is, and I said B4 minimum, is because Toshihiro's doing a pretty good job right now. When you see Aizen hit the field, you'll watch the health bar. B4, he ignores 50% of defense. Same thing with Pantera when you get him up to, I think he does it at B1 or something like that, where he ignores 50% of defense. You got to start having characters that ignore defense and don't just buff your own characters. Because if you buff your own characters, okay, cool, the defense is still there. You're free to play. So you're at 9. You're in 912. Gotcha. Yeah. So B4 Aizen, because he ignores defense, he melts through this content. That's the thing. And this is also why I say, like, if you're gonna dupe characters, make it your tactical characters. Make it your white Ichigo. Make it your Soifan. Make it your Nell. Nell carries through the strike side of things, not strike, thrust side of things. Soifan carries through strike. Like, they're the characters that you need. Although Mayuri is really good for thrust as well. Like, Nell is a beast. So, yeah. And not even joking, no shade. I don't know if B1 Aizen could do this. I genuinely don't. I think it might have to be minimum B4. That was quite possibly, with regards to this game. Look at that. With regards to this game, that was probably the best investment that I made. Like, I'm not free to play. I'm also not pay to win. I don't put in thousands of bucks. But I spent a lot on Aizen when I saw that B4 thing. And I can't remember who was talking to me about it, but they were like, yo, check out Aizen's B4. And I checked and I was like, what? Made an investment. That has carried me. That was one of the smartest decisions I've ever made. Well, dumb decisions in terms of real life. Smart decision in terms of a game. But, like, he is an absolute monster. So, that was a smart decision. He's 33% of the way through the content, and more than 50% of the way through the health bars. It's just nuts. But yeah, B9, or not B9, level 9, the floor 9 in the Endless Trial Tower is when the SRs just couldn't hang anymore. And I mean, like, Core Stamp 5 level, Core Stamp 5X, weapon stamp, all that stuff. They just can't hold. And again, you saw me do it with Toshihiro and Ulquiorra. The passive for Rukia, she increases spirit damage, I believe, by 20%. That ain't gonna be enough. Oh no, it's worth it. No. Now I will say this, as I've always said, don't put yourself in a terrible financial situation trying to catch up with the game. It's a mobile free-to-play game. Have fun. And I know I'm not speaking to you specifically, but I am making a YouTube video, so speaking to everybody in general. Do not mess up your life trying to keep up with the game. It's a game. It's fine. I could afford it. Disposable income. I spent some money instead of going out and having some beer with my friends to do this. That's fine, right? That's fine. Don't go FOMO on this thing right here. It is okay. Play the game. There was a point where I got a little bit bored with some of the content because Aizen was too good. And if I ever had a problem, he'd solve it. I can't believe I just did a Vanilla Ice line. But if I ever had a problem, I just plopped him in, no matter the type, and he would melt it. It would go bye-bye. Problem go bye-bye. Now, here we go. The next thing we need to do. Oh, by the way, that Ulquiorra, once I gave his core stamp 3x, it went up to 40,000. This is the one where we may have a problem. I'm not sure I can pass it. We're gonna plop in the slash team. The problem I have right now is Kenpachi's core stamp is only 3x. I believe Ichigo White is at 5x. I know Kitsuke is at 5x. 46k, and then Kitsuke has a 5x weapon stamp and a 5x core stamp, so he's at 57,000. He's not on the field as much. That's fine. Primary damage dealer is Kenpachi. I'm tempted to. I can't do it now because I don't have the resources. I would like to have his core stamp a bit higher. Facts, Spike. Facts. It's not. If it's free to play, let it be free and play. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a little bit of disposable income, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna go to McDonald's this week, and I'm just gonna play this game. That's also cool, but don't put yourself in a bad situation. That's for sure. I know a guy who was OB. Censor this out of this video. I know a guy who went through a divorce because his wife found the credit card bills for his mobile game. He thought he could keep it hiding it from her. Deuces with the kids if you're spending that much money on a dadgum mobile game. Anyway, I can come back now. All right, so apparently, Ichigo White is helpful in this scenario. Byakuya sucks. So this, I think, is what I was waiting on. The ability for Slash Team to be decent, at least, in handling the situation. And it was not going to be possible with Byakuya. Ichigo White comes in. God! Yo! Sorry. Sorry. Damn! That was a beautiful sight right there. What they just did to that HP bar was beautiful. Like, bruh. All the colors. That was sick, man. Was I wrong about Ichigo White? Is he a better tactic than I gave him credit for? I mean, I put him third on my list behind Nell. Is he number 2? What is my Ichigo White at? Is he B2? Jeez. Yeah, I know it's way better, but I'm going to let it do it. I don't feel like it. Number 2, and also I'm on stream, so I don't want to let me just watch me play. Nah, it's more fun to interact. Anyway, plus, if this is messing up the rotation, they seem to be doing just fine. Oh my God, he is messing up that health bar. Yo! He's so much fun. I gotta check. I can't remember. I gotta check what Ichigo White's, if he's B1 or B2. If he's not duped at all, then guess where my next investment is. He's only B1, dog. Oh, they thought this was a racist comment. Anyway, thank you, YouTube, for trying to protect us. Random YouTube user is not racist. Okay. That's nuts. That's just B. And what is this B1? Oh, increase all battlefield skill damage by 30% while instant burst is activated. Inner hollow slash damage increases by 30%. Oh, you think? Okay. Bruh. That was impressive. Okay, well, that's kind of what I needed for that. Let's go on to the next floor. So, Strike. Strike is my weakest team. Strike is the weakest team. And I'm gonna have to use this one because I need my Yuri for thrust. That's a non-negotiable. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so random YouTube user. The problem with, and they did it whenever Ichigo White came out, and it was so hilarious. You weren't the only one who did it, but Hakeem was the other one. And Hakeem's black. It was really funny because Hakeem would be like, White is better, or White did this, or White did that. And you put White is over Nell, and the algorithm, and I'm thankful for YouTube for trying to protect me. Don't get that twisted. I like that part of it. It's just really funny to me when you're like, White is over Nell, and they're like, racist. And they block your comment. Oh, every time you're like, White is better, YouTube is like, nuh-uh. We're not gonna let you say that. Oh, that's hilarious. That's so funny to me. But I still appreciate the systems and tools in place, and they let me see it the way I'm looking at it now. When I'm using a streamer bot, it doesn't let me see it. It just blocks it completely. But when I'm on the channel itself, it's like, okay, we're not sure. We're gonna show you. Do you want to show this message? And then I see it, and I'm like, he's just talking about, but you put White. So it's just, White is greater. And it's like, yeah, racist. So appreciate you, YouTube, for trying to protect me. Much love. Keep up the work. Let me see it. I can fix it. Still funny. Oh, still too funny. All right, so strike team is not doing as bad as I thought. However, I'm still not confident that they can finish this off. So we'll see. We will see if it works out. Oh man, still it still makes me giggle. Hakeem was like, "But I'm black," and I was like, "They don't know that. You just type it. They don't know what you could be a bot." My name is Hakeem. Yeah, there might be a couple of white Hakeems running there around. Nobody know. We don't know. We don't know. It's a different world these days. Anyway. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm having a little bit. The pacing I always go, if you're halfway through the health bars and halfway through the time, you're in a good place. We're about to get through halfway through the bars and about halfway through the time. I would love for like Pantera to come out, or actually, let's go ahead and have the ultimate from Soy Font come out. Again, this would be better manually because you really want to have Pantera Resurrection alternating in and out with Soy Font. They like to rotate in and out like constantly. They like tagging. Oh, we're good. They like tagging in and out frequently. Whereas Pantera, like Grimjow, the base Grimjow, he wants to be on the field longer. So with this, the problem with not even just his rotation, but this team setup is that base Grimjow likes to be on the field so much, and because I'm doing it auto, it's messing up the rotation between Soy Font and Grimjow Resurrection, who want to like tag in and out a lot. So, but like I said, I'd rather do it this way. Talk to my peoples. I heard she will be the third 1,000-year blood war. I don't know why I have such a hard time reading TYBW. Character to be released. Strike support right after thrust, DPS, Ichigo, spirit, tactic. No, I thought that Uryu. Oh no, you're saying tactic Uryu. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So Soy Font is gonna be the next release for the strike support? Okay. Because they just released her. So that'd be weird to release her again. Unless you're referring to Rangiku when I spoke about her earlier. But then she would still be on thrust. I don't know. Okay, so apparently I did not need to worry about this composition or worry about the strike team as nearly as much on this level. Base Grimjow trying to hog, well, not trying to hog, but hogging too much of the screen time did not affect my team in the way that I thought. I say that now. Well, no, Soy Font's about to come on and drop her ultimate anyway, so we'll be good. We'll be good. Ouch. There it is. Come on. Base Grimjow. Don't try to take credit. What are we doing? He be pushing folks out of the screen, man. Damn. Stop it. Nobody cares about your ultimate. We want Soy Font's ultimate right now. Let's get that back and going. Okay, here she comes. Inoue as a strike support. Isn't she spirit though? There we go, Grimjow Resurrection. Let's go ahead and get this done. Yay, 10 seconds left. Now, here's the problem. And I may have to go ahead and do it myself. That passed with 10 seconds to spare. First time using the strike team. This creates I'm worried about this when it comes to the levels up. And I'm tempted to see if I can run that strike team rotation without Grimjow base Grimjow and using someone else. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now we're just gonna watch Aizen demolish this level. There you go. Your nephew just cast watching the graphics in this game. They're good graphics. Ulquiorra's new animations are sick. They are absolutely sick. So Aizen just be doing the most. Aizen does the absolute most. I have to say too, my daughter, she was watching me play this game, and it did catch her attention too. They do a really, they do a really beautiful job with the animations in this. I gotta say that much. They really, really do. Mm-mm. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. We're moving too slow. Aizen, what you doing? What are you doing, sir? Oops. Oops. Aizen, why are you relaxing back in the back? We're gonna need. Toshihiro did do some damage there, though. Toshihiro did lay down some wood on that one. That's okay. Facts. But Aizen, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get that battlefield skill up. Go ahead and melt these next 3 HP bars. There we go. This is the situation where I know some people are gonna be like, "You need creepy dude." Well, yeah, now. I didn't need him before. So if we get stomped out here, I'm already trying to pull for him now, trying to stack the Jade for it. From what I understand, Uryu is going to be the first character for the 1,000-Year Blood War. So if I miss out on him, I will not shed a tear. I'd rather get, that's going to sound weird, I'd rather get the creepy dude now and then worry about Uryu later. So he is late. Toshihiro is doing work. It's just not going to be work the same way that Aizen does it. Let's go. Mm. 100% Spike. They made the 3D graphics look good while maintaining like the art style of the show. I don't know that they could do it in terms of like remaking the show in that way. However, if you've ever watched Bleach, I can't remember. I think it was RC, whatever that influencer's name is. No disrespect. He was talking about he was making fun of like the animation for Bleach. There were some scenes in Bleach where it was like clearly the budget was lacking because they had folks like me in there drawing. So like, and I'm not a bad artist. I'm damn sure not a professional. So like, yeah. But I'm curious to know the technique because it's also like that kind of clean work that they did with 1,000-Year Blood War. I'm curious to know what the character designs for this was. What's up, Hakeem? We were just talking about you. Speak of the devil. So we're halfway through just about. Aizen comes through. I'm getting more and more paranoid isn't the word. Concerned? I'm getting more and more concerned about this. About us being able to finish this entire thing. We're halfway through. But we're only on floor 4 right now. Hey, yo, stop it. Head oof. We're only on floor 4 right now. And I don't know that we're going to be able to complete this. And I really think that, like, this one I think will be done. But when we get back to the spirit team, it might be that my B6 Aizen is not strong enough. That's why I love this animation. Love this animation. I don't know that my B6 Aizen is going to be enough. And that just feels wild for me to say. That just feels so wild for me to say. No, it's put it this way, when it comes to like bad scenes or bad clips in anime and all that stuff, Disney has them too. Every animation studio, especially back in those days when they had to like hand draw a lot or do a lot of the concept art and all that other stuff like by hand, it's gonna happen. Okay, point it out. This looks bad. Did you like the show? It looks bad. Did you like the show? You like the show? Shut the hell up. It's cool. It's fine. Somebody had an off day. Somebody had the bubble guts. They really hurried up and really had to really draw fast because they were trying to get to the bathroom. They didn't have the budget to have him draw it again. He was like, "My bad, boss, but yo, I had some like, we went out last night to eat. We went to this restaurant. The food was good, but my stomach has been bumping ever since I got home last night. And I didn't want to call out for work because I ain't got no more sick days left. So I just came. And the thing is like, it was either me going in the bathroom or me going at my desk. And I assumed you didn't want me going at my desk. So I went to the bathroom. So like, yeah, everybody has an off day. That's what I'm saying. Argent facts. Facts, facts, facts. Some people just look for a reason to complain. I enjoyed it. I'll laugh at it. Don't get it twisted. I'll laugh about it 100%. When you show it to me, I'll be like, oh, that's funny as hell. Well, see, it's really bad. Yeah, they had a bad day. Week, month. I don't know. Somebody got cut. Somebody got laid off. But I'll laugh about it, but I'm still going to watch it. I'm still about to watch it. What do you think I'm never going to watch Bleach again because they messed up his face a couple times? I can't watch this. It's not pristine. Get off me. Get off me. All right, so like I said, the last concern that I had, this one we beat, and it's like 20 seconds left. This worries me. I'm afraid of the future. Y'all respect the one that got shot. I respect the shooter. Jay-Z? All right. Now, here's the funny part. Strike went from my weakest team. Damn, we running out of... Yo, I forgot that the health is persistent. Sorry, I didn't mean to pop in the mic like that. I forgot that health is persistent in this mode. So, like, Toshihiro right here is sick. Now, with this team, I'm not too worried about it. Because Aizen carries this anyway, and quiet as is kept, if Toshihiro falls off, that's kind of cool because Aizen gets more stage time. But I'm not searching for that right now. Yeah, I can't do better, so I can't complain. I'm with you. I'm with you. That's one of my things of the people who complain. Is one of those, you are fully allowed to complain if you are doing the work to make it better, or you could do it better. I.e., people complain about like not being physically fit. And they look at me, oh, it's genetics. No. I go to the gym all the time. I play basketball, all that stuff, so I work at it. The people at the gym, and I'm not going to say specific names, but some of my friends who struggle with their weight, but I see them at the gym all the time. I see them playing basketball all the time. I'll hear them complain all day because they're putting in the work and they're just not getting the results. And I'll even give tips if they want it, because I never force that stuff. But whatever. And then when they do have like success, I'm the first one to say like, man, you finna blow away. Look at you getting skinny, stuff like that, like encouraging things. But like, if you spent most of your time eating a burrito and watching Netflix and then complain about not being able to lose weight, did you do anything to try to fix it? No? Okay, I don't want to hear it. If you're trying to make it work and it just doesn't go, then talk to me. I got your shoulder. I'm a shoulder for you to cry on, to complain on, everything. No judgment. If you ain't doing anything about it, Now, same thing. If you are watching a professional basketball player take a 3-point shot and you're screaming at him about how stupid it was, and how he could never make it and you could do better, show me. If you think you're a better 3-point shooter than Steph Curry, let's go out to the court right now and show me. Prove it. Oh, Messi missed a shot. He missed it. You do it. Show me. I dare you to show me. You can't do it better? Shut the hell up then. Shut up. You can't do it in FIFA. You could not do it on PlayStation 5, let alone like running around for real. Don't tell me you can do better when I know you can't. Don't tell me you could draw this better when I know damn well you can barely do one image correct. Now try to do that 12 times, then they'll multiply by 24 and the whole techniques or whatever. But do it. I dare you to. I dare you to. Show me. And if you can show me, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. Did you run some test or just chilling? What do you mean? Wait, what? Yeah, it's weird to lose it over a couple of frames in an episode. If you pause a live action show and movie when someone is mid-speech, it can look weird. Bruh, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Whenever I'm like editing my videos, my own videos, and I have to pause or edit, and I'll just be like, my face, God, ooh, bruh. Ooh, why I make that face? Ooh, why? Or professional productions, the Phantom Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones. I didn't know they had. I did not know they had Starbucks. I did not know they had Starbucks in Game of Thrones. Apparently they do, because there's a cup in what was it? Battle of the Bastards. There's a scene in there, I think, where there's like a Starbucks cup sitting on a rock. And here's the thing: not only was that there, not only did the cameraman not catch it, not only did the editors not catch it, not only did they not catch it in review, it made it all the way to HBO. It happens. Well, I'm not gonna say the rest of the series was great. Everything about this series was great up until like the last 2 seasons, but they made a mistake. Starbucks cup. Okay, it happens. It happens. Every once in a while, you're watching a sitcom and you see the boom mic drop into the screen. He had an itch. He had to scratch himself. Next thing you know, the mic comes down a little bit and he's like, nobody noticed it, right? Okay. Ooh, it's itchy. Like, I mean, it happens. It happens. It happens. Did you run some tests or just chilling? What do you mean, Hakeem? Run some tests on what? Might make a meme, though. I mean, make a meme. It's fun. Put it this way. Making fun of it, 2 minutes and 3. Okay, so we had like 50 seconds left. Making fun of it is completely allowed. I don't like people who criticize it and think it's a way to like prove that you're better than that person or that they're like not doing a good job. Come on. That's where I'm like, I'm gonna need you to pump the brakes. Okay, so right now we have to do an evaluation. We are, oh my God, there's so many more floors. We're at floor 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's 12 floors. The problem that I'm having now is that my strike team, I think, is stronger than my thrust team right now. So what I may do is the next time strike comes through, put in thrust instead. And then save my thrust team for the last 2 floors. Or not last 2 floors, but like, but can I even do that though? We can use the slash team 2 more. Whoa, wait, what? Okay, I might be messing up the math. Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm not in such a desperate way right now. So this is where we need to go to now, right? Strike, spirit, slash. We can use our slash team 1 more time, but it's here 1 more time up here. So then we're gonna have to use thrust at a certain point. The question then becomes, do I want to use thrust here and spike here, spike, slash, or vice versa? I guess I'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, we're hoping that strike can carry us here. Here we go. All right. Where's LeBron going? Hopefully the Sixers. I'm a Sixers fan now. Seeing as how the Lakers are being run by a white supremacist. Oops. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that out loud. That's going to have to be cut out of this video, Obi. Cut that out of the video. No. I don't even want to cheer for the Lakers anymore. The way the team looks and how they're building it just looks like, I'm going for the Sixers. Hopefully LeBron go. I don't care if he goes to the Sixers or not. I really don't care where he goes. I'm not in like any negative way. It's just kind of like meh. I think the smarter decision is for him to go to Golden State. I could see him having made that plan and then seeing Jaylen Brown go to the Sixers and then go there. But going back to Cleveland, I could see the going back to Cleveland too. Like, but he's already done his full circle moment with Cleveland. But they're in negotiations as well. Like, he's been talking to him, so he's definitely not going to Miami, because why do you want to have 3 non-shooters on a team? I think Miami's going to be way worse than people expect. I think the Sixers are going to be way better than people expect. I think Boston Celtics are going to nosedive. Now Luka's got to carry the Lakers on his own with Austin Reeves. The team is doomed. Carry them with what? His meaty, flabby hamstrings that can't stay healthy? Sure. Is he actually going to... No. Okay, so the talks about LeBron are like, he's got Golden State, That's why Draymond Green declined his player option so that he could lower his salary to make space for LeBron, supposedly. Miami, which I think is a long shot. I think that's just because he was associated with them. I don't think he's going back there. Cavs, because it is the Cavs. They just re-signed Donovan Mitchell to a full contract. James Harden opted out of his player option, so that could free up some space. You got two good bigs, and then he could just go back to Cleveland. You have the Sixers, who, when they traded for Jaylen Brown and didn't give up that much, if you can somehow get him in there and get Joel Embiid to only play like 5 minutes a game, then that's an attractive option because you have three young guns who, if they can play together or not, would be the question. Like Jaylen Brown had to become a much better spot up scorer while Maxey controls the ball and Edgecombe is, slashing alongside Brown. If you can get that to work, that would be attractive. In terms of fit, Golden State got Porzingis back. They have Draymond Green. Having the poor man's LeBron and the rich man's Draymond Green on the same team isn't the worst thing in the world, honestly, because they both know how to shoot the ball and know how to put their players in the right positions. And then you have a shooter like Steph. This is not going to go well. Then you have a shooter like Steph. It works itself out. Because he spreads the floor with Porzingis, which you'll have a 7-footer and a 6-footer, 6'3", and 6-foot dudes who are on the perimeter shooting threes, while you have muscular dudes who play the post. And I would say slasher, but LeBron's not a slasher anymore. Playing on the inside and bodying people up, creating space for them to shoot. That seems like a good mix. Yeah, I think Golden State is the smartest option. I just don't know if that's going to happen. The Sixers, I think, is it's good for conversation. I don't know that that's actually going to go down that way. So the strike team is not going to make it. I'm wondering what Thrust would do here. We may be stuck. There's no way Soifan is going to be able to carry through 15 bars of health in 45 seconds. If she couldn't do it this far here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause. We're going to leave. We're going to try the Thrust team for the first time. I cannot think of anybody else I could put on the strike team. Yadoichi. Okay, we'll put Yadoichi in now to see, because I will say this. I was running this team with Grimjow because I like Grimjow. I do not know technically. She is 45K. So representative. I would love to put her in. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm about to put Yadoichi in some Kenpachi stamps. I didn't mean to click on Kenpachi himself. Where is she? What time is it now, actually? Ooh, it's about time for me to stop, actually. Stamps. See, she's still in her own. She's still in her own. Let's see. Ready to go. Where are we at? That one. And if I have Grimjow down here, base Grimjow. Oh, nope. I don't have him in those. The question then becomes, well, that's crit rate and crit damage right here. That's one good stamp. Slash, no. Spirit, no. Strike, yes. Although that's flat. Ultimate charge rate, yes. I'm tempted just to equip. She's at 45,000 now. I'm tempted to equip this. Equip this. Equip this. Crit rate up to 60. Crit damage is up to 80. I do not want to use my Nexus on this thing. That would be dumb. However, ultimate charge rate, defense flat, but then the percentage got 2x. This is stupid, but I'm not going to do it for that either. I'm gonna, if I don't get past it with this one, I will try thrust, but then I'm gonna rebuild my stamps around Yadoichi with ready to go in mind. Um, Also with her bond, increase all damage attack by blah 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 blah. Why is she on this SSR? Why is she on this SR bond nonsense? During battle, if she has 6% crit rate, we can activate this for right now and then keep going. She is full assault, not tactical. She doesn't do any kind of ailment, tactical. During battle, teammates other than yourself gain 40% crit damage, stackable. That one's tempting. Increase strike damage by 18% during battle and ultimate damage by 30% when equipped by a tactical character. Increase yes or no. Full assault. Increase all mastery by 7%, ailment by 7%. Full assault character increases strike mastery by 15%. Crit rate, increase slash damage. Nope. Spirit mastery. So it's either this one where I get like an extra 15% strike mastery, or the one I have her in right now, which is for damage dealt increases by 8%. The increase goes up to 20% because I have her crit rate at 60. So I think I'm going to keep this one. I would love to give her like a scotch more, like a scotch more crit rate, but it's fine. We good where it's at. I'm boo with it. It's 5x on her core stamp too. So I think we're good. Okay. Wait, what are we? How many item exchanges do I need to do? Come on, just upgrade the woman. Okay. All right. So I think I have her where we're gonna be okay. She's at B2 anyway. 45,000. So she should be okay. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Challenge. Trial tower should still be on the trial, but whatever. Let's see. That could have just been a waste, but I still want to rebuild her set stamps anyway. We're going over to base Grimjow. We will add you. Deploy. See what happens. Okay. So. Ain't no way bro switch teams. LeBron should go to OKC is hilarious. That is hilarious. They wouldn't do that anyway though. They'd never do that. There was even talks about like, should he go to the Spurs? Or it was the Timberwolves. And I'm sorry if LeBron went to the Timberwolves and LaMelo Ball kept playing like Charlotte LaMelo Ball, he's gonna punch that kid in the face. Why'd you take that shot? Like I think he still regrets not punching J.R. Smith in the face, and I think he loves him. And he's like, look, you know I should have punched you in the face then, right? Yeah, you should have. You should have. I was wilding. Like, what should make my strike team balanced, Hakeem? And if you say my Yuri, I can't use him. All right. You tell me the strike character I can use to make my strike team more balanced. He is for real playing street ball. He is playing like ain't nobody else's job or salary or livelihood is dependent on his passes or his shots. He is the definition of playing free and clear, no conscience. It's like he doesn't listen to his coach. No, it's not like. He does not listen to his coach. You can remove the like part. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. If he does listen to his coach, and that's what his coach told him to do, fire that man immediately. I don't want to call for anybody's job, but maybe he should be a real estate agent. Maybe he should go into IT. I don't think that coaching basketball should be his thing, if that's what you told him to do. Ah, Yadoichi. Lord have mercy. And there's even like a benefit, yeah, because he shows up with her. There's even a benefit of them running on the same team together. Damn. Damit man. Huh. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it might be time to call it a stream. Call it a video. And to be fair, this video is already at 1 hour. So this might end up being a two-parter, including like how I record it. Wake up tomorrow, maybe not first thing, but we'll see how it goes. It depends on how I y'all didn't know that part. But I might come back and say, because the problem with losing in this part of the game is that they don't, or maybe I need to double check, they don't give you the stats, so I don't know where the weakness is. I need to analyze the data, and or true nerd, I need to analyze the data so I know where I can improve. This game mode is sacred. My Mayuri for strike and use Rangiku for thrust. Yeah, until stage 9, and that no longer works. We talked about that before you got here. Until stage 9, that's exactly what I was doing. And then on stage 11, that didn't work anymore. And my Rangiku is level 100, all leveled up, skilled up, and all that stuff. And I did that for level 9. I did that up until level 9 of Endless Trial. And then when I got to level 10, it wouldn't work. And then this is level 11. So yeah, Mayuri is the better option for the strike team, but when I have to keep the thrust team whole, and the breakdown came in with the thrust team, they can't survive without Mayuri and only Rangiku. So yeah. So yeah, I was doing that up until stage 9, and then that just did not work for me anymore. I gotta get that song out of my damn head. I gotta stop listening to it. Ugh, we're not gonna make it, are we? He's not gonna make it. Okay. Well, we're halfway through. Maybe we luck up, but I don't think we're gonna make it. Ah, yeah. And I think my Nell is even like B2. And my Geen is... No, my Geen is B0. My Geen is B0. And then their core stamps are 5x for both of them, I think. The weakest core stamp I have is like Kenpachi and... of the characters that I use regularly. And I think my Grimjaw Resurrection even has 5x on his core stamp. Is my Kenpachi and my Ulquiorra SSR right now. I would love for y'all to hit. That looked like it hit pretty hard. Be nice if it kept going. Ugh. Lord have mercy. Like, I need you to do that a couple more times, and then we might live. Or we might make it, I should say. But then the next step, if this falls short, and call it a stream, would be like, bye, chuck the deuces. Damn, how is it the battle takes? Okay, whatever. Chuck the deuces, and then tomorrow when I stream, I'm gonna rebuild the set stamps around Yadoichi. Hopefully, get it in a little bit of a better space, because I haven't looked at it for real in like I don't know how long. And then go from there. But I think, and I've been doing this since, I think I did the last stream as well, a couple streams ago, using the ready to go stamps in the full assault. The only one that it really didn't work for was, like you said, with Ulquiorra, but that got lucked up. You know, the rolls and everything. That was insane. Damn, we ain't gonna make it. All right, so tomorrow what I'll do is get in, try to rebuild her set stamps, and then take it from there. So Bleach again tomorrow. 7 Deadly Sins I'm gonna take a little break on, because that is becoming like a job. a very, very not well paid job. So, hey, Grimjow, we haven't seen you in a minute. How about you kill some stuff? And here's the other part of it too. I could tear this up if it was manual. Come on, get it. Get it, ultimate, one ultimate. Oh, come on, do the ultimate. No! Alright. He's not gonna make it. Alright, so there's the defeat. I would love to have the stamps here, the stats here. However, this does not feel far off. So what we're gonna do is, as I shut down this YouTube video, is we are going to come back tomorrow. We're gonna work on Yadoichi's set stamps. Try to get some good crit damage, all that jazz. The strike damage didn't even get up to level 30 yet. We're gonna work on her set stamps and then come back into trial number 6 and maybe finish the entire tower. So, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time. So we'll stop recording that, and then I will say goodbye to you guys on stream. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't even know what time. Depends on what time let's see. I have no idea what time I'm gonna stream tomorrow. It probably won't, I want to say it probably won't be in the evening, but I can't even say that. Because the morning is already kind of like full. And I don't know, let me check, I have to check my homie Damien. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. All the love, and I will see you guys tomorrow.